Hey guys, this is Jimmy from xbiosoft.com. Today we're going to talk about the 7 best reasons for justifying a quality assurance program in your business. One of the key challenges project leaders face when dealing with QA and software testing is, how do I justify a quality assurance program to my boss? You might be a COO, CTO, or CFO. I mean, we get contacted by these guys all the time. And you feel like you're in the dark because you know you need a QA practice, but you don't know where to start. First of all, you don't know how to select a great quality assurance and software testing company. And by the way, that's the reason why we made this video, the 7 key criteria in selecting the best QA and software testing partners. I'm pointing to the link above so you can click in there. And you might be facing other challenges like, how do I justify the whole enterprise when it's not a productivity generation activity? So that's the reason why we came with 7 best reasons for you to justify this quality assurance program and what exactly you need to tell your boss when you want to convince him or her that you need a great QA practice in your business. And as always, stay tuned until the end because we have a great gift for you. I said stay. Before we go and talk about how you justify having a quality assurance program in your business, let's talk about the main reasons why you need one in the first place. One of the key reasons could be you're experiencing a rapid growth phase, and the internal quality assurance program that you have internally at the moment is not a match to that pace. So maybe this QA team is made of developers, and then you're facing this crucial question. Do I need to allocate some of my developers in doing software testing? In which case I'm taking energy and focus away from them in developing the best software possible. Or do I need to build a new team of software testers from scratch? In which case you need to justify the whole enterprise to your business. The second reason might be you're trying to develop an architecture of testing methods to discover and prevent defects before solution delivery. The third reason could be your QA is developer-led. That goes back to the first reason we just talked about experiencing a growth phase. But you might have a developer-led QA, in which case you might be missing on best practices, on best tools. Other reasons can be you might want to enhance your relationship with your customers, reduce data and financial risk, so by being more compliant, or streamline your overall process. Whatever the reasons, you know you need to be able to justify a quality assurance program. So the first reason and first question is, how does your quality assurance program fare against your competitors? This is something that you can find out relatively easily with your sales team, and they can get valuable information through the leads they're working with. And if you find out that you're performing substandard, you might want to investigate what's going wrong internally. So for example, you might wonder, is your internal QA practice led by developers? In which case, as we mentioned before, you might be missing on the best tools available or the best practices. The second reason and second question to justify your QA practice is, how much does customers and tech support cost your business? So when somebody calls your business, how much does it cost in tech support? You can find that out very easily by dividing the total cost by the number of customer calls you receive. And you might find out that on average you're spending $50 to $100 per customer calls. In which case you want to ask the question, how do I reduce the calls load? And if the calls load primarily comes from the software, then it's likely that the end users don't understand it, or the software is not operating the way they want it or expect it. Another question you can ask yourself is, how often do end users find bugs and defects? Some of the questions that will come in from your tech support or help desk will be related to customer service tickets that end up being defects. Then the question becomes, what percentage of these tickets end up being defects that escape out into the field of production? Then the fourth question is, how often do end users don't understand how to operate the software? This question relates to requirements, users' experience, and usability. The business needs to think about using this software from an end user's point of view rather than from an internal point of view, let's say from a developer point of view, which is an issue we addressed in the 5 signs that you're suffering from DDS syndrome, the developer-driven software syndrome. Another reason to justify your quality assurance program is client satisfaction. And you can find out pretty easily by conducting some surveys and then act on the insight you get from this survey. And the sixth question is, how much time do developers spend developing new features? You might find out that your developers are only spending 30% of their time developing new features, while the remaining 70% is spent fixing defects or features that have not been developed accurately and completely in the beginning. So the best way to make sure your developer remain focused in developing new features in your software is by having a QA team that know exactly how to analyze requirements and make those complete and accurate. The last question is, how long does it take to determine if the software is ready for release? For example, many companies have bottlenecks in regressions and users acceptance testings. On many occasions, people within the business are brought in and asked to do acceptance testing. And obviously the problem with such an approach is the lack of rigor and expertise within this team. Of course, they are not professional testers and don't have a complete software testing mindset. This method is not efficient and takes a lot of time to coordinate and complete users acceptance testing. So in conclusion, many people find it hard to justify a quality assurance program within the business. So that's why we provided the 7 best reasons actually for you to justify the QA practice. There are other reasons like the ROI. We know that if the software is broken, that costs money. And in order to avoid the software being broken, you need a proper QA practice and a quality assurance program that helps support fighting defects, fighting bugs, and making sure the whole process is lean and smooth. So in essence, the whole purpose of having this program is to help you focus on what matters to your business. If we take a high racing car analogy, you have the pilot, who in this case will be the developers, you have the car, who in this case is the software, and you have the mechanical engineers, who in this case are the proper QA team and software testers. As a driver, as a developer, you don't want to spend your time in all the details of the mechanics. Otherwise, you will never get the software, the high racing cars, to perform at the highest level. You want to leave that to the QA team, who will do the work for you and make sure that they free your developer resources in focusing in what matters. So really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. As always, give us the thumb up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Also, don't forget to visit our website, xbosoft.com. Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video about the 7 best reasons for justifying a quality assurance program in your business. As promised, this is the checklist of questions and reasons you can provide to your team members, your board of directors, or your bosses. You can download this checklist on our website. The link is provided in the description below. And until next time, guys, enjoy your QA experience.